We're beginning to see a very interesting trend of women, popular women, going on their platforms and doing content speaking about their relationship woes. The case study that I have for you here today is one of Rocsi Diaz. Now, Rocsi, while an above average woman who's had significant reach, especially within the Gen Y community, is still single, doesn't want to be single, but she goes in depth into her mindset, which has created her singleness. Now, personally, I'm a fan of Rocsi. I love the public image that she's always projected onto her audience. If you've come accustomed to watching my channel, you already know this is going to be a very interesting video. Without further ado.
So what is Roxi's more to the story?
Besides that, I'm still here.
Yes.
Just
What do people not know about you?
I don't.
'Cause there's so much.
People don't know my personal life, and I choose to keep it that way. I'm private. I choose to be private. Again, if I don't talk about it, then there's nothing to talk about. But if I were me sitting across from me right now, and I just said that, and I'd be like, why am I so
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Because I don't want people in my business. Because I don't have a ring on my finger, and until I do, there's nothing to share with nobody. Who I date or whatever is that life. That's my life. That's personal. That's something for me to have.
There has never been a relationship in the history of relationships that got better once a public person went public with the relationship. I think from a personal perspective, it doesn't make sense until you've been solid in that relationship for like a year. And then professionally, it doesn't make sense unless there's some type of monetary incentivization or you're married. But publicly, it doesn't make any sense unless there's some type of monetary incentivization, and that monetary incentivization is overvalued or overprioritized over the potential cost or risk, or if y'all are married. I still think about that clip about that dude accidentally letting everybody know that J. Cole was married.
How they getting married change you, bro?
Oh, what is that, G, my man?
I told you I never interviewed somebody before. Is that off limits?
Yeah, that was like...
Oh, my bad, bro.
That was like... There was like one thing to not do. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Nobody know.
Well, they know now.
Oh.
That was cool though. That's like a black history moment. They're never gonna forget that. But now, can I say something just about this event? And I made it on. Just get off of that. No, of course, bro. What are you talking about?
Those are things that I choose not to share. I don't share my family. I share my mom.
Yeah.
But I don't share anything else.
Momager.
My momager. I don't share anything else because my family didn't choose to be in the limelight. I did.
Right.
So there's things that I protect, and that's pretty much it when it comes to, but other than that, I feel like I'm such an open book. And if it's not that, it's something that somebody Googled and they're going to ask me about it. And it's up to me to whether say, hey, yay or nay. Yeah, that was true. Yeah, that one wasn't true. Yeah, I'll plead the fifth. It is what it is.
About to get interesting.
You and I sidebar this a lot. Something I think that is like, I just feel like it's a damn epidemic right now, but that's my personal opinion, is choosing as a woman, choosing your career. Does this, you and I, again, we sidebar this. We have so many successful female friends that we know in the industry, running businesses, taking care of their children in incredible ways, doing all of the things, who are also single. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you had to choose?
I think that many times, first of all, I'm always going to choose my career because I'm an independent single woman and that's what pays my bills. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I'm going to choose my career. Mm-hmm. What happens is I get in relationships where that person doesn't understand that I still have to be Rocsi and I have to work because you're not paying my bills.
Correct.
You're not.
You're not.
Or, that the attention or something or my drive is always still there because I don't have children or I have nothing else to depend on. I have to fall back on me at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, I choose my career. I don't choose love or relationships really that they might suffer because of my career, because of the travel, because I'm always on the go, because I'm always hustling. It's not the first priority in my life. It's just not. And men have a problem with that. not being a priority. And it's like,
People do. Not just
sorry,
men.
like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? You know, it sucks. It sucks. So I don't say I choose. I think it was chosen for me, but
Whoa.
I have priorities.
The comment at the end there was the icing on the cake on being unaccountable. What do you mean that this was chosen for you? You made the decision, Rocsi, to choose career over relationship. Because what is it that you said? Well, you said that you must keep up working the way that you do because you have to pay for your lifestyle. Rocsi, you're already a multimillionaire. You're 43, 44 years old. How much more do you want? Or what's the lifestyle that you've created that now makes you feel like you have to continue to work like that? Do you have a bunch of debt? Do you have a bunch of material goods and expensive cars and a flashy house in order to keep up with, which doesn't enable you to slow down to make yourself more form fit for a man? If your life is constantly on go mode, or if you prioritize you working or keeping up your name in the media, then you cannot be upset that a man does not choose to retain you. The most damaging part of this conversation is that her and many modern women just like her get into this downward cyclical, like this downward spiral of repeating. And the repetition is that they encounter man, but they prioritize their work. Relationship with man goes astray, and they have a self-fulfilling prophecy of getting in more involved in their work, never really addressing or changing your behavior as to why this relationship has failed, and then diving more into their work to make up for lost time. While you feel good from the extra work in the short term, you will lose out on the long-term rewards of forming a long-lasting relationship. There are many modern women today that are examples that they can have a career, but also have a relationship and work very successfully within that. So it's not black or white. There's a gray area there. But your problem is that you prioritize working too much. Book a session. Let's go.
How bad do you want marriage, kids? Is that still on the table?
In my past relationship, that was for a very long time, I really wanted it bad. Mm-hmm. I really, really, really wanted it. So I remember for my 40th birthday,
I better get this damn ring.
I thought I was gonna get the ring. Did a whole speech and everything. All my friends were watching. Everybody was like on the edge, and they thought, "Oh my God, he's about to ask. He's about to ask," and he didn't. And I remember how I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, and I was just like, wow. I no longer have, of course I would love marriage. I'm not going to put it in the universe that I don't want that. Yes, I want marriage. Yes, I want a family. It's not my priority right now. It was my priority for years, thinking I was going to get a ring from somebody that I didn't get a ring from, and waiting for that I don't even want my expectations to be let down again. So I'm not going to even think about it.
What she felt on her 40th birthday of not getting that proposal was the impact of hitting the wall. And at 40 years old, the impact is about as strong as a car crash. And now her focus is not on marriage because the reality is beginning to sink in.
Is that part of the reason why you're not in your previous relationship any longer?
No.
Okay.
That's not the reason why. No. And he knows why we're not together. But you know what? Every relationship is for a reason.
Yes.
And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how much I can love, how much I'm willing to love, how much I'm willing to put up with, how much I'm willing to forgive, and now how much I'm willing to choose me now. So if anything, relationships previous to anything now, that's what I've learned.
I remember I was on the same high horse, and one of the things my coach said to me that just kind of laid me out was, you can continue to choose your career first. It is also the easiest thing you can do.
Yep.
Because for safety purposes, you put into the thing that puts back.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can hear that, but I can't agree with that because I put so much into my last relationship. I mean, when I love hard, and I give it all.
That woman just actually gave her fantastic advice, but what they don't realize is that it's 20 years too late. Now, I'm not saying that it will never happen ever, but if she got that advice in her 20s, she'd have a far better chance of getting the outcome that she's always wanted. And I also have a sneaking suspicion that she only dates guys within the industry, and those are the most difficult to tie down or to get on bended knee for you because their options are bountiful, right? The world is their oyster.
That would be my flaw. I give you wifey before
All the things.
All the things.
Yeah, when
You
you're
get all
still
the
considering,
things,
yeah.
You know, so
Watch me, I can be a good girl.
Yeah.
Watch this.
all of that. And not even that. It's just who I am. I'm a very giving, mothering person. I get that from my mom.
Yep.
You know, I'm very nurturing. I care deeply, you know. So I won't agree with that because there were times my career has sacrificed because of a relationship and because I was so in love and I was saying no to gigs or no to trips or no to hanging with friends because I was so in love and I was, you know, with that person. And now I'm not doing that shit no more.
People and experiences certainly do change our state.
The older they get, the more bitter that they get if they're not getting the results that they want. And because her results are suboptimal, she's going to dive back into the short-term gratification of being successful at her purpose in the workplace.
1,000, but that's growing. That's learning. That's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
One of the interesting things about the modern woman mindset is that they're in a constant state of self-preservation. Last point, and I got a couple of clips here that you guys are going to watch to cross-reference against what it is that Rocsi is saying. But I thought that the most important thing here is that there's a lot of ego when she speaks about herself, right? When she talks about, well, I still need to be Rocsi. I still need to afford my lifestyle. And then she cites that when she gets into relationships, she has to remind the men that she is still Rocsi. And I think right there is a common issue with modern women today because it's based in this place of high ego mixed with protection of oneself, which can often demonstrate as selfishness. A masculine man is not going to care about your public perception or your name out in public. He's also not going to care about the amount of commas within your bank account. If she was to drop the ego, humble herself a little bit, while also opening up her options to people that are not famous, I think she'd be able to do a lot better. Nevertheless, I want you guys to take a look at these next couple of clips in order to cross-reference decisions that modern women are making. This is Selena Gomez.
I've been having like really bad dreams about like my past and stuff. I think my past and my mistakes, that's what drives me into depression. It's like my whole life since I was a kid I've been working and the only thing that I want is like a family.
A family, she said.
I just like wanted to be like a mom. I told her house I just like wanted to like quit sometimes so I could just be happy and be normal like everybody else. It's just like, I want you to know that I feel like God has given you this platform not to quit. I don't want to be like super famous. I don't want to be all that stuff, but I do know that if I'm here, I have to use that for good. I just feel stuck and I just want to move forward. I've waited for my husband for so many years and I'm just getting mad and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
Blood work came back normal, hormone levels are normal. So we're gonna proceed with the process of building these eggs.
Hold on,
Did a double injection.
don't let go.
I actually have another injection.
Hey, hold on, don't let go.
There's a reason why I continue to say that life is about community. It is about relationships. There's a very real reason that these women can become multimillionaires and regret their choices and decisions. Is it that the mindset of the modern woman today have such heavily inflated egos that they'll never reduce their standards to get what they want? Or is it because their mindsets have become so selfish to even think about spending their lives and sharing what they have with someone else? Which, by the way, is something that for men is expected for them to do. There's this common theme that men are to lay down whatever that they have for a woman or to sacrifice their happiness as well as their time in order to make a woman happy. That's where we get the term happy wife, happy life. Meanwhile, there's many modern men today that are making the rational decision to mess with these women, these modern women, for a short time. Damn sure not a long time. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Me, go to turtlesandreviews@gmail.com. Interesting conversation here today. Guys, write me some comments down below. What is it that you think about the clips that I have mashed here together? All right, let's discuss down below. Last but not least, if you want to join my men's self-development community, link to it down below. Beam up, see all the fantastic things that we have in store. If you have a 2025 goal of financial independence or building wealth, come up there. The education up there is amazing. I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube.